Are you a coach that's looking for more coaching clients? Hey, my name is Jake Ballentine. I'm the founder of the Speakers, Authors, and Coaches Network. And the biggest question that I get this question all the time is, how do I find more coaching clients? How do I go about doing that? And the reason why is most coaches, they're great. They're great coaches. They love coaching. They love helping people. They love making a difference, but they don't know how to go about getting new coaching clients. And that's what this video is all about. These are simple, easy to follow, and effective ways to go about finding those new coaching clients. As I'm going to share these, I'm going to share 5 steps for you to follow. These 5 steps, yes, there's a lot more we can go into. I can't give you every single thing in a short video, but these 5 simple steps, they've been the foundation of my business that's brought in hundreds of one-on-one coaching clients, and you absolutely can do it too. So let's just jump right into this. 5 things that you can do to find new coaching clients. So number one is you need to get clear on who and what. And I know that might sound overly simplistic, but most coaches say, well, I want to find coaching clients. I say, who's the ideal coaching client? And they don't know who we're actually talking to. Now, it doesn't mean that you cannot coach many people, because you can. It doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to coach many people, but it's very hard to find anyone, because where do I find anyone? Well, I could go stand in front of Walmart and start talking to people. That's anyone. But if I want to be able to find coaching clients, and I want to find them fast, and I want to find them with reliability, then I really want to go about doing this by understanding who it is that I'm looking for and what specific problem I'm going to be helping them with. You think about that. What's the problem that you're going to solve? Who is it that you're targeting? Who is it that you want to work with? Now, let me be clear. If other people come to you, you don't need to turn them down. And maybe you're the person who says, well, I want to work with these people, and I want to work with those people, and I want to work with those people. Great. Just do this same process 3 times. Just do it with different types of people. So understand, with this particular coaching offer, what is it that you are doing? Who is it that you want to work with, and what are you helping them with? So start off there. Number one, clear on who and clear on what you are going to help them with. Now, this is so important, because when we get to number 2, it's being able to do your research. When we're talking about doing your research, the research we're talking about is understanding where these people hang out. Where are they? Where are the people? There's no place where potential coaching clients just hang out, but there is a place that very specific types of people hang out. So if you are looking for C-suite executives, you don't go, okay, well, where am I going to find them? And just say, well, I'm going to focus on making TikTok videos. Now, that may change, but at this moment, I don't think that there's a ton of C-suite executives on TikTok. Now, I'm not just talking about a specific platform. So if you say, well, where my people hang out is LinkedIn. Yeah, that's true. But we want to go even a level deeper, not just LinkedIn, but where on LinkedIn are they? If I know where they are, if I know who they are, if I know specifically who they are, well, then I can search them out on LinkedIn. That's really cool. But then I might also say, are they following specific people? Is that where they are? Are they at specific events? Are there conferences that they attend? Are there associations that they're a part of? Are there certain speakers, coaches, influencers, authors that have many of those people? And if there are, do they have events that I can attend? Do they have conferences that I can attend? Whoever it is that you want to work with, whether it's C-suite executives or it's brand new moms, whatever problem you're solving, there is a place where these people congregate. Russell Brunson used that word often in his books, .com Secrets, Traffic Secrets, and Expert Secrets. He was talking about, where do people congregate? Just like churches. Now, if you were looking for any specific sect, if you're looking for the Lutherans, you would go to a Lutheran church, because that is where those people congregate. In the same way, you say, well, where are recent moms who are wanting to lose their baby weight? Where are those people hanging out? I bet there are places that they are hanging out. And if I were to do that research, we could find those places. So do your research. Are there groups online that they're hanging out in? Are there, now in that situation, there's probably not associations, but there are associations for if you're looking for a certain group of people that is tied to a profession. Are there organizations? Are there specific influencers? Are there specific authors, specific podcasters, YouTubers? Are there events? Are there places that they are hanging out? And I guarantee that the answer is yes. You just need to think outside of the box and you need to do your research. So once we do that, step number 2, now let's go to step number 3. Go to them. Go to them. You want to hang out where they are hanging out. So how can you do that? How can you hang out where they are hanging out? So with that example of, well, it could be any example. Let's just say that you're doing something in the fitness world and the specific person that you're targeting, let's say that you're targeting busy professionals. And you say, okay, well, I did my research and I found that here's an association, even busy professionals. That's far too broad. If you were to look at a specific profession, I don't know, I'm just pulling something out of thin air, and you were to say, well, maybe you're doing fitness coaching now. You're doing coaching. You're doing coaching in the fitness space, and you used to be an insurance agent. And your story is somehow connected to, well, when I was a busy professional, this was so hard for me to take care of myself. And then I learned these different principles and I was able to get in the best shape of my life while I was still running my business in that insurance world. Now, like I said, I'm just making this up off the top of my head. And you might say, well, I know exactly where they're hanging out. Because there are associations, there are organizations, there are groups online, there are podcasts. And what I want to do is I want to go and be a part of them. And even if I'm not going to be on the podcast, I want to listen to the podcast and I want to find other people who are listening to the podcast. If they say, oh, we got this group over here, I want to hang out in that group. If there's live events, if there's meetups, if there's organizations, if there's associations. Now, ideally, I have the opportunity to actually go in front of them and actually be the person who is speaking or who is interviewed or any of those kind of things. But even if I'm not, I can still go and I can be a part of it. I can get involved in those and I can hang out and be a participant. Let's say you're a business coach and you're looking for, now I run the Speakers, Authors, and Coaches Network Facebook group. We have 12, almost 13,000 people. When people come into that group and they're just looking at it, and this gets into step number 4. Step number 4 here is to build relationships. When they come in and they say, okay, I'm going to go to them, I'm going to go to where they are, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to build relationships. Then they're able to have a lot of success. And that's great. And I love that. If they come into the group and they're saying, how can I promote myself? How can I get in front of people? How can I be the person who's the center of attention and use this as a leads list? It doesn't work very well. So what you want to do is you want to come in and you want to build relationships. How do you build relationships? You build relationships by serving people, by helping people, by answering questions, by connecting with people in a legitimate way. If you're doing this in a Facebook group, the way that you want to do this is not through how do I get something out of it? It's through how do I build relationships with them and how can I act like this is an in-person networking event? See, when people just go through the people in a group and go, there's someone in the group, there's someone in the group, there's someone in the group, and I'm just message with my cold pitch, that's the same thing as if I went to an event, if I went to a networking event and all I were to do was just to go around and all I was to do is just say, here's my card, here's my card, here's my card. And that was it. Like that's not effective. That's not something that's going to work. That's not going to work. Nobody's going to care. All you did when someone just walks around just handing out their card, I think, why did you give this to me so that I can throw it away somewhere else? Like there's no reason for that. There was no connection behind it. The same kind of thing. That's why doing that in groups is not very effective. So whether it's in person, whether it's online, it doesn't matter. You can go and you can build relationships with people. And if you just slow down, instead of saying, I got to contact 50 people today, say, how can I build relationships with 3 people today? If it's in an online space, or when you're going to an event, how can I build legitimate connections with 10 people? Just slow down, build relationships, have conversations with them. And then we're getting to the last step, step number 5, which is to give a free coaching session because coaches coach. You do not need to be paid right at the beginning because if you deliver value, they're going to see the value. Will everyone see the value? No. but enough people will, and it'll be worth your time. And what you're going to do is you're going to start by building the relationship at the beginning. You want to build that relationship, have a legitimate conversation with them. And they might say something like, let's say, for example, let's say I'm talking to someone who wants to start a business around their book. And they're saying, well, I got this book. And yeah, I sold, a couple hundred copies, but I'm really not making much money off of it. And I got some ideas of what I could do, but I don't know. I'm just not making money in this business. And I go, well, I specialize in this. I can help you build this business because I've helped many people build their business around a message. And if you have a message, I can help you do that. I've loved this conversation. How about this? Let's schedule a formal appointment. I'd be happy to give you a free coaching session where I can help you with some of these ideas. See, when you present it in that way, it's like, oh, okay, cool. But I also want to present it in a professional way. I don't want to turn a conversation into a coaching session. So you don't want to just hop on the phone to chat and then try to turn it into a coaching session, because that's not going to give you the results that you're looking for. You don't want to just turn it into a coaching session. You want to actually set that formal appointment. Let's say that you were a doctor and you were at a party and you saw someone that you knew, and they did that thing that everyone does with their doctor friends. They said, hey, you're a doctor. Hey, can you look at this? Whatever that is. My brother-in-law is a doctor, so it's just so strange how that happens to him all the time. People are just like, hey, can you look at this? And they, just start going into it as if they're in a doctor's office. But what would that doctor do in that situation? They say, hey, well, maybe they would help them in that moment. Maybe if it's something simple, but let's say they see something that's actually of real concern. I said, well, how about this? How about you come into my office where I have my tools and I can actually look? Now, if they're a close friend, they might even say, how about you come into my office and don't worry about it. It's on me. Just come into the office and I want to see what I can do for you. See, they're still setting a formal appointment in that situation because they're a professional and you are a professional too. You need to treat your coaching business as if you are a professional, because you are a professional. You actually are a professional, so you need to focus on it in that way. You are a professional. So instead of just saying, hey, I can help you right now, say, well, I'd love to be able to help you. How about we do this? Let's set up a formal coaching session. I'd be more than happy to give you a totally free coaching session where I can help you with that. And you're going to help them with that. You're going to help them to the fullest of your extent in the course of that one session. But there's always going to, if you're actually coaching this person, it's going to open up so many things. They're going to get so much out of it, but they're also going to see the value and they're going to be able to see what's next. And then there's just a simple question to ask at the end of this. Hey, you're helping them create a plan. So you help them with their question, you create a plan with them and say, hey, would you like help implementing that? Is that something you'd like help with? You're either going to say yes or no. And that can lead into what you can build for them, a coaching situation. Hey, would you like help with that? Awesome. This is great. What do you think about this? Do you think this is going to work for you? Yeah, I think this is great. I love it. Cool. Is this something you'd like help with? Yes, I would. Awesome. Here's what that would look like. And see how easy this is? If you go through this, what did we say at the beginning? Okay, so how to find coaching clients. Number one, get clear on who it is and what you're helping them with. Number two, research and find out where they hang out. Number three, you're going to go to them and hang out where they're hanging out, both online and in person. And I don't care if you have to get on an airplane to go and do it. It's worth doing it. Go and find out. And then from there, you got to build relationships. You're not just there as how do I get the leads? How do I get the leads? You got to build the relationships. And from there, you're going to offer a free coaching session, make it a formal thing. We're actually having an appointment. You're getting them on that call. You're setting up that appointment. And afterwards, you're just simply asking the question, hey, would you like help with that? And if you do that enough times, I guarantee that you're going to get coaching clients, and you're going to get coaching clients over and over and over again. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that you found value out of it. And most importantly, I hope that you actually do something differently because of it. So let me know in the comments below, wherever you're watching this, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever it is. And let me know what you thought about this video and if you are going to implement it, because implementation is where the success comes. And I can tell you, I've used this stuff and you can use this too, and you can get these coaching clients. It's not as complicated as people make it. It's not as hard as people make it. You can absolutely do this. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. This is Jake Ballentine, founder of the Speakers, Authors, and Coaches Network. And please, 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 implement this and you're going to see great things. All right, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.